Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different, or Gamefound critique, where I take a look at a different Gamefound project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that's being ran. And today is a special Fiverr order. Someone ordered my Fiverr, which you can click on down below, and I am doing their project. So right now I'm very excited to be checking out The Gatherer's Tiny Kingdoms role-playing game. This is already funded on Gamefound. Goal reached in 1 day. I like how it does say that there. I think that's just a neat little thing that they put it there. But then it looks like maybe you have a choice to put it there. I don't know. Become tiny warriors just 2 inches tall, living in your attics, cellars, and walls. This charming, action-filled tabletop role-playing game is like a mix of the secret world of Variety, The Borrowers, and Dungeons & Dragons, and you can play ... Okay, so I'm intrigued. It's a tabletop role-playing game where we're going to be miniaturized. I see a pencil there. I don't know what that is. Okay, the artwork appeals to me. I'd like to see a price on here. But as always, when I go into the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. But first, I want to finish reading the description. This charming, action-filled tabletop role-playing game is like a mix of the secret world of Variety, Dungeons & Dragons. You can play in all the rooms in your actual house with our unique physical play game mechanics. Wow. So I think right there, that should be spotlighted before, like, letting me know that it's like kind of like a Littles type setting where we're super tiny is awesome. But this charming, action-filled tabletop role-playing game is like a mix of yada, 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 yada. That's all good, but I think mentioning that you have like a really unique physical play game mechanism should be higher. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below, but I think that's going to get you more interest and just more people in general clicking on it, because once again, not all of this is listed on the front. That part gets cut off, and I think that's a very important part. So, let's go.
There's a world all around us, hidden from sight, where 2-inch tall people live, build, and fight. In our attics and cellars and between our walls, the gatherers build cities to rival the tall. Whether raiding your kitchen or fighting your cat, crafting with toothpicks or taming a bat, gatherers find what they need and take only that. They're crafty and clever, despite being so small. In this role-playing game, you can join them all.
Okay, so we went with like a Dr. Seuss style rhyme there, and I dug it. I just thought it was interesting that we did that, but I dug it.
And humans they call giants. They fear our size and our hunger. Legends say we were friends, but that is no longer. Will you join the small folk? Will you heed the call of these 2-inch tall warriors that live in your walls? The Gatherers releases on All Hallows Eve, due for a March 2022 release.
Oh, so they're mentioning that it's launched on All Hallows Eve. Is that Halloween? It did launch on Halloween. It launched... I don't know. It launched on All Hallows Eve? I don't know. That's a weird thing to mention. You don't really need to mention that, I don't think, in this video. Granted, I imagine this is more like a promotional video that they're going to be using in a variety of different places. But I'm here. I know it's launched. I think that's odd. Now, mentioning a March 2022 release, I do actually like that. Most companies don't do that in the video, and I think that's a good thing to know. What? Wait. You are just now springing the fact that there's augmented reality on me? I think that's a poor choice. I think, once again, that's something that I want to see on the marquee. I want to see on the banner, and I think it's going to make me more likely to click it and say, oh, it's a tabletop role-playing game where we play as, you know, mini humans like the Littles or whatever, but there's augmented reality cards, and we have this whole cool new mechanism where you actually physically be moving and playing in your house. And I think those two things factored together should be spotlighted on the main billboard somewhere. What? Wait. What was that? That was weird. Augmented reality enabled RPG aid cards available now. What does that mean? Whoa. That was weird. That was weird what we just did there. Move your character to stronghold rooms. 3D model gatherers can echo rooms, creatures, and each other. See ferocious creatures appear before your eyes. That was really, really interesting. I don't quite know what was going on. I want to know more. I thought that looked really cool. But once again, that's the kind of stuff that I think just naturally would pique people's interest if you mentioned it at the beginning. Canadian app? I don't need this. Raider Jack? Keeps track of your scores. Oh, okay. That's nice. That's really cool. Once again, this is the kind of thing that I think would be great if you mentioned it somewhere in the marquee. I know at this point I'm asking for a lot there, but this is really cool. That's a bit long. That part right there was a bit long. I just spilled all over my keyboard. Hate that. So, yeah, let's go back to that main image. Become Tiny Warriors, just 2 inches tall, living in your attic, cellars, and wall. The charming, action-filled tabletop role-playing game is like a mixture of the secret world of variety, the Barrows, and Dungeons & Dragons, and you can play ... So from this main image, all I see is, okay, it's a tabletop role-playing game where you're tiny. But it's so much more than that. It really is. You know, you're doing some really interesting, weird things here. And how many people are not even getting to that point? All right, so do I want it? Yeah, I think if I'm a tabletop role-playing game fan, you have my interest peaked. Can you do it? How much is it? Let's get down to that. Now, Half Monster Games, once again, Gamefound doesn't have nearly as long a track record, so I don't know anything about them. But let's check out some of their social medias, or let's see if we can find something they've done before. Is this their first time created? 265... Half Monster Games. Do they have other stuff? What is this? Big deal. Trust me, I'm a superhero. Is this another game you do? Is this your game? Oh, so this is Half Monster Games. So they make other games as well. And so that goes to the pedigree on the can you do it sort of factor. So hopefully, let's see. What does it even click on? Proudly creating awesome and affordable games for your amusement. And then this is not clickable. Why is that not clickable? That's really annoying. I don't know if that's Gamefound or you, but I would make that clickable if possible. Because once again, I see this and I say, okay, I'm comfortable. You have other games. You have numerous other games. So, yes. Totally feel comfortable. Can you do it? Hopefully you spotlight that at least somewhere in here. Because right now, I had to dig for it. I had to dig a little bit. Because most people I don't think are clicking right here. Most people are more interested in your product than you. But let's see. Let's go with the first video we got.
Okay. So, yes, you'll need to do a brawn check. Okay?
What's my brawn? Nothing. Oh, yeah.
It's awful, but that's fine. The three of you can work together, if you like, and go up 2 dice levels.
Alright, cool. 2 dice levels, so...
Yeah.
D8?
Yep.
Hey, success!
Alright, so you managed to wiggle the chair over. Inconspicuous chair wiggling. Cool. Alright. So there's some loot. A little button.
Yeah,
Got a little bit of metal.
So that's like the place where they're playing. Holy shnikes! That's really cool. So, this is essentially a tabletop role-playing game where you're not playing in some mythical, fantastical setting. You're playing in wherever you're actually playing the game, and you can impact the environment in the game. Now, is this going to show some of the augmented reality? Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't quite understand that, and that's really cool.
Which one of you guys has...
Roll me your animal. A little bit of spider web up here. Maybe looking in that general...
You're okay.
This looks fun. Excuse me. I don't say anything about the augmented reality there. I don't know if that's the best video to lead with. I think that's a really... well, here's the thing. I think that's a really good video to get me excited about your product. But I think that like, because I just had that click moment where it's like, oh, that's what they mean where you'll actually be playing in your physical environment. I think a little bit of that would go a long way in this video. Because that's really cool. But I didn't quite understand that concept from that video. Become tiny heroes, just 2 inches tall. Once again, I can't ding them for, oh my gosh, shipping, because shipping is right down there. I love Gamefound. I love the organization of Gamefound. I also love the fact they're using emojis over here. It just gives it flavor. Become tiny heroes, just 2 inches tall, who live in our attics, cellars, and walls. Okay, so don't tell me you're just going to quite literally put nothing but big pictures going over the exact same thing that I already saw. Like, I don't think this is the thing to lead with. you're spotlighting artwork, which is great, I suppose, but I kind of just want to get down to brass tacks here. So no rewards selected yet. So I don't like this either. Like, Gamefound is giving you a tool. Gamefound is saying, hey, we know that price should be spotlighted. Kickstarter does not seem to understand this, but we know it should all the way be at the top. So choose the rewards, and you didn't put like a reward for people. Whatever reward you want people to get, it would be the reward that I put there, your top reward. So let's see. Return to Tell Tales, a tabletop role-playing game for heroes of all size. In this TTRPG, you play around your actual house. The Gatherers are tiny folk that live among us. When you sit down to a pleasure of the Gatherers, you will teleport to the world of the small under the guidance of your GM. You will choose a goal for each session and then take your characters to adventure to achieve that goal. You build homes around your house in relationship with other Gatherers and sentient animals that live nearby or even in your territory. That's cool. So this is what is this? This is the book, I think. I'm assuming. Read the most up-to-date rule booklet here. I do like the fact that is there, front and center, easy to see. Wow, that artwork's great. Cool. Good. I like the fact this is here. If you really want to dig into it, if you're really going to play this, if you're the GM, you can read this. It's right there. Love it. The Gatherers, so this is the book, and then we have Feature Spotlight. Okay. Feature Spotlight. Augmented reality app integration, because once again, this is the kind of thing where you're like, hey, we do this, and I'm like, I don't quite understand how you're doing it or what it's doing, but I'm excited. Free Half Monster app and character creator early access. Our artisans, Shrunk, and Void Seekers have been working hard to craft this magical mix of giant tech and voidcraft, our Half Monster app that will bring the world of the Gatherers to light before your very eyes. With the Gatherer companion card decks, you can use our free augmented reality app to see 3D models projected right above the cards on the table, shelf, or wherever you place them. With touch controls, your Gatherers can move their cards. So I think this will be really cool if you have kids. Hopefully they show me a good example of how this actually does in gameplay. Because when they showed me the augmented reality in the first video, it's just like, it wasn't that impressive. It was just like, oh, cool. Now it's just, yeah, this is the same thing. Don't regurgitate stuff on your Kickstarter page, Gamefound page, excuse me. Like, I've already seen this. Most people watch your video. I've done polls. Most people look at the videos. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again. Did you even add anything to this? Nope, you did not. So this is like literally just the last minute and 6 seconds of that video cut off and put here. Ugh. I didn't understand exactly what was going on before. I still don't. The free half game Gatherers app will allow you to create characters, track health. So that I do understand. That's cool. But what am I going to do with the AR? Is it just going to make it look like they're there? How does it? Well, I want to see it in real time, I suppose. And maybe it's somewhere in that 5-minute video that you had up there. But once again, you don't expect people to sit through a 5-minute video on a Kickstarter page unless it's your main video. Like, that's just asking a lot. Shrunk, enter your tiny kingdom. So this is if you want the PDF. Nobody wants your PDF. 2 times. Okay. But you got to have it here. I think part of the problem is $18. That seems a bit high, but then again, tabletop role-playing games, it's a whole different ballpark because, you know, this is literally everything you need to play. So I get that being so high, but still, explore your tiny kingdom. This is going to get you the physical copy 5 times. Wow. These pledge levels are really not going too well right here, which tells me there's going to be the big one that everybody wants, which is the most popular, which should be right here under the rewards. So then we have the Build Your Tiny Kingdom. What's the difference between this? It comes with, what's it come with? It comes with this? Oh, cool. You're not even telling me what this is? I actually have to click on it. So this is really bad. This is really bad. You're making me click on this to figure out what's different here. Well, then I imagine you're going to make me click on this one if I want to find out what's here. And then you're going to make me click on this one. And then you're making me click on every single one of them to see why I should go from the 66 to the 55 to the 44 to the 33. And I'm going to guess that each one adds one more augmented reality card or something. But the fact that you make me click on it is really annoying, especially if you're browsing on mobile, which most people browse Kickstarter on mobile. I don't know if Gamefound is comparable, but I assume it would be. So that is really ugly, the fact that I have to click on that. So what are we getting here? What's different? So what is even different? You're not even spotlighting what's different, I don't feel that well. Because they're standing here. Now they're not standing here. So what happened? I think this is just purely thematic flavor. This is an unorganized, really unappealing shopping section right here. Because once again, I don't even know what different I'm getting here. I have to click on it, and then I have to try and figure it out. So it's this. Companion card deck. So what is this? Characters and creatures give you gatherers to command and creatures to fight. Oh, so there's 4 separate decks of companion stuff. So are these the AR cards? Item components give you a range of trick. Oh, so they're talking about each one of them or something? Danger, diplomacy. Okay, so there's 4 separate things, which once again you have not marketed to me well. So this is just build your tiny cake. So this is one of them, right? Or am I getting that specific red one, or do I get a pick? So I do. I get my choice of one, despite you fact to show that. And you could convey that in such a better way. You could have all 4 and just be like, pick one, or something like that. But I don't know what this is. You haven't told me what this is. You're springing this all on me now. I don't like the organization. So now I'm getting 2, and now that I have done the research, I do understand that. So I'm getting 2 of these extra boxes. Does it tell me how many cards are in this? How many cards are in this? I imagine it might change with stretch goals. It gives you no. You don't even tell me the component list here. Ugh, that's ugly. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And if you make board games, you should know that I want to know the number of cards in here. Is it 12? Is it 23? Is it 56? Like what? Don't like that. Forming a pack and riding forth. So we go 1 if you just want 1 of them, if you just want 2 of them, and then if you just want 4 of them. If you want 3, get bent. We don't do that. Oh, but this is the deal. Oh, so that's what they want you to get. This is the deal here, folks. Get all 4, and it's actually like you get them for $5.50 instead of $11 a pop, which is cool. But once again, maybe spotlight that. Maybe make that your most popular reward. But no, there's more, because now I can get this, which I don't know what that is. Nothing can deter the heart of the theme. I don't want theme. I don't want theme here. I want to know what I'm buying. And I have to click on it to know what I'm buying. The box of bits and bobs, lots of little things to scatter around for players to find. Is this just random crap? Are you selling me a box of random crap to make it more thematic? That's a hard sell. And as a result, it has 4 people. You're essentially asking me to pay $11 for a box of random stuff I could get out of my junk drawer, which chances are every single person watching this has one? Ugh. Or is there something else different that I don't even notice? I don't think there is. And it just keeps going. Oh my god. How many pledge levels are there? Oh, it's so hideous. This is what add-ons are for. You know? So what is this? Custom illustrated characters. So now I know I'm getting this. So what does that mean, though? I gotta click on it. You're making me click on everything. Custom, be illustrated by the... So this is awesome. Wow. That's excellent. If that wasn't mentioned in the video, I would mention that in the video. Especially if there's no limit on this. If you're like, you can get into the game. You can get put into this game. And your artist is ready to go hard and do this 100 times if 100 people back it. This needs to be spotlighted. So now we go. 169. This is a big shebang. We're jumping up here. $90 more. Okay. So, custom illustrated character and scene. That sounds really cool. Once again, not quite sure what it means. After the campaign ends and funds transferred, you'll be contacted by email to have reference images of your written character sent to Lacey Gray. They will illustrate and send through OneDraft, which changes can be requested. So you're actually physically going to be in the book, I think. That's cool. One person thought it was cool. But there's more. Okay, so now we have this, which is if you want to get all their other games. Man, I really love how you spotlighted it. I can't even see these. I don't even know what I'm buying. Do you even show me? Where are they? There we go. Here we go. You gonna link me to these or something? Like, this would be great if you could, like, link me to the Board Game Geek pages or something, or give me a description of each one is. Like, this right here, like, I feel like you could just put, like, a 2-sentence synopsis here on each one of these or something. 2 people took it, though. And then we go here. This is the huge one. $678. What's different? Is it a shirt? I see a shirt. A giant something, something, something. I can't even read this. Let's try and zoom in and fail. No, I can succeed. The most colossal creature in all the land. Oh, so you will be that? Question mark. Confusing. Giants are immense rulers of the world, yet some flaws willing to read for a rare few being shrunk down in the land of the smallest possible. For you, a 3D printable STL model of yourself or an original character can be created. What is that? Oh, so I can be a mini? That's actually really cool. That's actually really stinking neat. But 3 people thought it was so neat. Plus, you get all the games. So I don't like this. I don't like this pledge level at all. And I think the biggest issue that I have with it is you've lumped all your games in here. Because everything else aside from these games all feels like it's for this game. Whereas this, it's just you're making me buy this extra stuff. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that. 3 people took it, though. That's a huge chunk of their money. Honestly, that's $1,800. Woo! So the thing keeping this afloat are these extra big ones. It's not the, oh my god, there's so much here. Are you kidding me? I gotta zoom out a little bit. Here we go. So where were we? We're the way. So we got the stretch goals. Okay, stretch goals, cool. Linen finish on rulebook cover and cards, cool. Oh, and it shows you how close you are to getting to everything. Wow, this is a nifty little Gamefound thing here. I love this. Bonus free PDF adventures, books sent to all backers, cool. Bonus free PDF short novel emailed. Bonus free booklet of non-player ... You're gonna make me click on it. Non-player characters. I thought it was. Wait. Only if you have backed at the $99 tier above. Only if you backed. Okay, so that was just for that one. Why do I have to back at $99 to get the PDF characters? Oh, if you back at $99, we will also find out your gatherer's cut. Oh, okay. So they're saying if you get $99, it's an even better stretch goal. That's actually kind of cool. I still don't like this format for stretch goals, really. I think Kickstarter still has a better way of doing it, but, it is what it is. Core rulebook, December delivery. So what is this? This is a stretch goal? Total campaign dollar. So this is a weird little stretch goal right here, just kind of tucked away. But this is a time stretch goal, which I got to say, love you, Gamefound. If we raise $15,000 in the first 7 days of our campaign, they convert it to U.S. currency. Awesome. We can work full time on the final editing artwork, and we can have it in your hands before Christmas Day, 2021. Wow, that's actually really cool. Are they close to this? They're a little less than halfway. Interesting. Once again, buried down here. Just absolutely buried. And I would put the stretch goals a little bit higher, I do think, since you've already hit them. I don't know. Gamefound's a weird one to organize. It really is. Free printable SDL of a gatherer voted by you, our community. Cool. Interesting. Hardcovers for all. 16. Wait, so we reached this? It says 16,000 with a check mark, but I know we're not to 16,000. So that's weird. So these are already unlocked? But we don't have $16,000, do we? No. How have we unlocked a $16,000 stretch goal if we don't have $16,000? So all the books are hardcover then. Or are they hardcover? I don't know. Something to check into. If they're all hardcovered, I would mention that very specifically. And so now, wow, so we have this other, have your legend be written in the game. Okay. Just feels kind of randomly thrown in here. Characters and creatures. So these are so here are the things that we wanted that we know more of about earlier. And we still don't know more about them here. They don't have any more information. Dice. Have your pet illustrated in the game. So we do have a whole laundry list of things in the add-ons, which is cool. Like if you got the artist is willing to do all this stuff. That's fantastic. And then we have buy individual copies of the games. Okay. I don't have a problem with this. I wish the shipping was higher, but hey, whatevs. How to play. Okay, this is good. Hopefully there's how to play video, a long, comprehensive one. They had the 5-minute one, which is awesome. They let off with that, but I think down here would be better. I think if you get to this area and you see that 5-minute video, you're more inclined to watch the 5-minute video here than you would be at the very beginning when you're like, all right, I'm still trying to figure everything out. Let me know what you think about that. Character creation, cool. Choose a class, going into the weeds. Lots of text here. Lots of text. Wow. Ways to play, just tons. Just walls of text. What percentage of people do you think are reading this? I don't know. I would not. I don't. It's a lot. Especially when I'm just looking for shipping now at this point. Like, I'm looking for the price. So the price, what was the price for me? I feel like for most people, so what was the most popular pledge level? 2, 5, 1, 9, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's 9. That's really odd. That's really odd for me to say that when something's been funded. So it's getting everything. And yeah, so this I think undoubtedly should be right here. $55 gets you all the 4 things. You're going to have everything. It gets you maybe even talk to me about the bonus, how I'm saving money. Because, yeah, I would not spot like this. Because the $11 extra for screws and buttons, hard sell. Hard sell. And I wonder how many people were turned off by just this huge clogged area right there. And then just text. Like, I love this. This is for a video. We're getting more to the artwork. Cool. So what is this? Oh, okay. Don't get me wrong. I think all this stuff is good to have. I just think you need to have every other useful piece of information before this. Other thing is, I've seen no quotes. I think quotes would be good on this, especially if you have any sort of media people who have tried the game, who've played the game, talking about it. Because you have a cool premise. Create a safe place between your walls for roleplay. One of the main initial objectives in most games together will be to establish your first clan stronghold, a safe base for which to launch your raids on the gates. Cool. So the game will progress as you go. How you build a kingdom. All this. You're getting so deep in the weeds. I think a video for this would be great. Video synopsis. Companion cards. Oh, so now we're finally talking about companion cards. So this would have been so much better to know way back when. Electrical bench. I feel like if we've already seen the electrical bench. Have we seen the electrical bench? Okay. We're redundanting here. I didn't know, maybe I accidentally scrolled too far. Okay, so we do have. COVID interrupted our in-person pre-launch plans, but they were amazing. Users could still tell us what they think. Okay, so I ran a children's film festival moons ago when my son was a wee one. All these years later, there's a one heartfelt animated short that still resonates with me. It was about these small adventurers that lived on the floorboards of a poor tailor, taking any scraps such as buttons or pieces of fabric and turning it into something surprising and wonderful. The through line being, of the size of hero or source of the gift does not matter. It is the heart and spirit of the Pathfinder. Gatherer's Tiny King has brought back that enchanting feeling. Wow, that was a very loquacious quote. I don't think it's a good quote. I honestly, if I'm reading through your quote and I'm like, get to the point, that's not good. Like, quotes are generally supposed to be pretty snappy. Just like, all right, what they think, what they like. So this one gave you a childlike splendor. Well, not even childlike. It brought the enchanting feeling of being a tiny person stuck in a wall. Okay, Board Game Dad. Board Game Dad does not get a quote. Get bent, Board Game Dad. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to click on this. Most people don't want to click on this, especially not if they're on mobile. Don't like that. What did he say? Or is this what he said? No, because this is Board Games with B. This journey begins at your very own home. In this unique RPG, you're encouraged to use your physical environment and inspiration for your storytelling as you explore your world from a tiny perspective. A lazy house cat suddenly becomes a deadly beast intent on hunting you. A coat hanger becomes a glider. Will you plot against the giants or befriend them? The options are endless. Okay, as a player of Gatherer, your job is to... I don't care what we're doing in the game. I know what we're doing. The quote section should be why I should be interested in this game. You all begin by creating a character and their origins and then venture forth, yada, yada, yada. I don't have a lot of experience with role-playing games, but after taking a sneak peek at the guide for the Gatherers and getting that sweet nostalgic kick from my years growing up with the Borrowers and Variety... Borrowers, that was the name of the book I was thinking. I feel like it's a tiny world I'd be ready and shrink down to explore. So all this person is saying is, yeah, the game looks cool. That's a terrible quote. It's long, and then when I got to the end, I was like, really? I read through all that for him to say, oh, I kind of haven't played it? Maybe he did play it. I don't know. But this quote, like, it's just rambling. Like, all this stuff, I already have been told 4, 5, 6 times over. I don't need it here. It's a very fun, unique setting where you create your own character that is tiny enough. Yeah, we know this. You don't have to take the whole quote like this. This is literally just the exact same thing that was said here. Ugh. And look, I'm not even reading this quote. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to read this quote. It could have the cure to cancer in this quote, but I don't want to read a quote this damn long on a Kickstarter page. So what do we got? This one doesn't get a quote. You don't get a quote. All right, Cardboard Paradise. An awesome concept that I can see myself playing in different locations to really see what adventures the different environments give these characters. Now, this is the first good quote that I've seen, bringing up the replayability, bringing up the fact that every single room that I go into, every single building that I go into, I'm going to have a different experience because of just the style of game this is. Also, I haven't heard a single person mention anything about augmented reality, which makes me feel more and more and more like it's just slapped on there as like, oh, you got to get the, what is it, the undercarriage when you live out, west. Like, if you're a fan of the Bar Wars movie back in 97, then you're going to adore The Gatherers. I just love the fact that I'll be able to create a world right around the contents of my living room or kitchen. Can't wait to get stuck in. Okay. The concept sounds very cute. I immediately hate everything about this quote. It makes it sound like this person has not played the game, and those are useless quotes to me. I don't care if this quote is from Joe freaking Biden. If he hasn't played the game, I don't want it. I've only done one Kickstarter video ever where I hadn't played the game, and I regret it. I will never do it again. So I think having quotes from people, I would love playing. No, I don't want to hear your opinion if you haven't played the game here, especially if there are people on here who have played the game. I'm assuming they have played the game. I don't know. The half monster guy prevents us as a fantasy world that hides in plain sight, where everything around us became part of the journey. They submerge us in this adventure of being a gatherer through. I'm done with quotes. Okay. Not a big fan of the quote section there. Shipping will be completed through our regular fulfillment processes for our 3 warehouses in Australia, Hong Kong, and EU, Asia, rest of the world, and Oregon for the USA, Canada. They will allow us to offer custom free shipping to Australia and the USA. Whoa! Wait, customs free shipping. So it's not free shipping, but you're not paying for customs. Okay. Got it. What's the price? $10? It's not great. It's not bad. I think that's reasonable. I hate the fact... Oh. Wait, what? So if I got the Shade to Voidseer, which is... Oh, Shade to Voidseer. I see. So that's what they're trying to say. It's not... Luckily, Gamefound bails them out because this is right here, but that could be clear. And then we have the Silver Tongue, and then we have the Clan Leader and Giant, which, wow, $20 gets you all that stuff shipped. They are really expediting that one. They're really trying to grease the wheels on that one. I hate how low the shipping is, but once again, I give it a pass because Kickstarter Gamefound has this here. They convert the currencies, which is nice. Even though but I don't know. What about these ones? Yeah, so that's weird. What if I just want the game? What if I just want the game in one box? Yeah, I don't like that shipping section. Because, honestly, because once again, let's go back and look at numbers. I want to go back and look at numbers. 2, 7. Oh, no, that's the PDF. So 5 and 8. So 8 people don't know how much their shipping is going to be. 1, 10, 14, 17, 18, 20 people do. 23 people do. So that is roughly 25% of the people on here who don't have their shipping because you didn't put their shipping, even though, I don't know, it's just kind of odd, because this is just Shade to Voidseer, right? I think that's what that means. But how much is Raider Artisan? I don't know. You tell me. Let me rephrase that. You should have told me. Who are we? The team? Cool. Great. Risk and challenges. This is our 6th and 11th finished projects. That, honestly, I would spotlight that a little bit higher, I think. Refunds and cancellations, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Check out the FAQ, the comments, the updates, but honestly, none of that stuff matters on Kickstarter or on Gamefound because you're not competing with anybody else. It's just, there's only 6 projects on all of Kickstarter, so everybody's on the front page. An article of what The Gatherers is all about. I don't care. I have heard what The Gatherers is all about 6 times now. I think the Silvertongue and Clan Leader have the wrong itemized content list. Can you confirm? So, hopefully they get on this. This was 5 days ago. So they're not in here commenting, or they stopped doing that, it looks like. So this is 10/18. This was before they launched, because they launched on Halloween, right? I played a short demo with the guys in Brisbane. The characters in this tiny world started to come alive. It was nothing short and magical. Play part in the unfolding of a tiny world around you. That tweet, honestly, right there is better than any of the tweets I think they had. Maybe except for one. And examples of what actually comes in the campaign. Some page examples posted would be useful to learn more. I see many pledge levels, but I have no idea what is inside. Yes, Boss of Bosses hits it on the nail. Nobody wants to click 8 times on your page. Nobody wants to click 1 time on your page. I think a good story, that's what they're called on Kickstarter, pretty much that main area that you scroll down should have you clicking 0 times unless you want to click, unless you want to look at the rulebook, unless you want to listen to a video, unless you want to be sent here to vote, something like that. But you're making me click to figure out, do I want it, which is the most important thing. Because it doesn't matter if you can do it and how much is it if I don't want it. That is the most important of the 3. I mentioned the gatherers in my crowdfunding roundup today. I wish I could get access to more info or content so I could potentially do a full argue of should you back it. This is terrible. This is someone trying to do content for you, and you're not reaching out to them. This was 6 days ago. You know, in Kickstarter Gamefound time, that's an eternity. And this is the first time I think I've seen a Kickstarter, a Gamefound project, and said to myself, I wonder if this would do better on Kickstarter. You know, I don't know. Because here's the bottom line. Tabletop role-playing games are huge on Kickstarter. Huge. Massive. They're right up there with board games. I don't think they're as well ran as board games. I think we have it more polished and refined. But just as popular. Just interesting note. I'm so excited. So yeah, and you're barely in here. The last time you checked in your comment section was 20 days ago. That's bad. That's not fun customer service. And there's the other, like, do we have an update? Okay, so we got updates. Update number 1. Yesterday. And this launched on Halloween. So for 9 days, you had radio silence. For 9 days, you said nothing to us. And now we got stuff. And this is, so new review. And that was honestly, this was the best video on the whole page. I do think. Now, granted, of the ones that I wanted to click on, but you put it first, so I showed it. But once again, let's see the engagement. Nobody is excited about this update. No one cares. Like, typically, I bag on projects if they don't have comments on an update. This one doesn't even have a thumb. No one even cares. No, like, there is so little excitement around this project. So what's my final grade on this one? Do I want it? Yeah, I still do. And I think you had me, honestly, right here. Like, this looked cool. This looked different. This looked like the kind of thing. Okay. Man, and so here's the other thing that I just now noticed. Ages 5+. This is something I play with children. That should have been mentioned way earlier. Because honestly, aside from this ages 5+ here, I think that's the first time that I ever really got that impression. Now, when I see that augmented reality, I say, oh, my kid would flip out about that. They'd think that was the coolest thing in the world. And, oh, there's actually a rat. If you look on the phone, it looks like the rat is in our area with your character. That's a huge Kickstarter, I think. That's a potentially big, but this, I don't think this is a well-run Gamefound project. So, do I want it? Yes. The basic premise, the basic idea, I like, even before you get me the augmented reality, which once again, I don't feel like you did a great job of letting me know exactly what that was all about. But do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yeah. Yeah, I had to click. I had to dig a little bit. You told me all the way at the bottom where no one's even going to get to. Like, nobody's getting down here. That you made 11 games. And honestly, I kind of figured it out when I got to the pledge levels. But once again, those pledge levels are so damn low. And they're just so confusing. Like, oh, cool. We go from here to what's all of this? Oh, you made a bunch of games? So can you do it? Yes. Rated the customer service, it has me concerned. You know, you're not responding to people. So that's a check minus. How much is it? Price? Honestly, there's been so much stuff going on, I kind of forgot about the price. What was it? $27 for the book, $55 for the everything. I don't think twice about that. If I say to myself, I'm going to have tens to potentially hundreds of hours of fun with my children, doing this role playing with lots of different characters, lots of different, NPCs, all this sort of stuff, I'm in. So, final grade on this Kickstarter. I think it's got a good price. Do I want it? Yeah, it's different. It's unique. Can you do it? Yes. So these are 3 yeses. Can you do it? how much is it is yes, but I'm still leaning towards a poor grade because I think just the presentation is just lacking. This is not a fun page to go on. It's a annoying page to go on with just like this. Like what? Like, let's just scroll. I want to get down to business. I watched your video. I'm intrigued, and then I'm going through this. I don't want this. Wall of text. This text. Oh, you already told me all this stuff. Rule booklet. Great. Just keep scrolling. Augmented reality. Cool. Oh, what's this? Oh, that was actually something I already watched. You're just showing me it again? I don't want to see this. Okay, now we get to here, and now I'm annoyed because I'm like, okay, here's the book, $27. But what's this? What's this thing? And I have to click here if I want this. Then I have to click here, and then I have to click here, then I have to click here. I hate the organization of this page. I don't like the shipping section. So final grade, despite the fact, can I want it? Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Are all yes? I think the organization is really the thing holding this back the most. And I'm going to give this one a D. I don't think this is a very well-ran project right now. And the other thing is, I think that with good organization and honestly just getting the hell off Gamefound, I call it like it is, you know. And let me know in the comments below. I think this could be big on Kickstarter. I don't know about Gamefound. Role-playing games, you know, I just like, let's go to Gamefound. Let's look at the front page of Gamefound. Board game, role-playing game, and it looks like a board game. 2 board games. That's weird. Don't do that. Your games can't stand up for their own. So, I don't know. I think this is more of a Kickstarter-style game. Maybe they were tinkering, trying to go here. I don't know, but I'm giving this one a D. Let me know in the comments below. What is your grade for the Gatherers Tiny Kingdoms role-play game? Also, if you would be interested in having a fiber done on your Kickstarter as well, click on that link down below to tell me Bowers Game Corner sent me. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.